Here we go.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Rap Sports News.
RSN Podcast.
Yeah.
What up, man?
What's going on?
Back at it.
Another week down.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into some news. Got some kind of sad news this week. We lost a hip-hop icon, Batman Scoop.
That was crazy.
Right. He was on stage performing. He collapsed. The ambulance tried to give him CPR, but unfortunately they couldn't bring him back.
Yeah, rest in peace, the Fat Man Scoop. That was a terrible sight to see. So unexpected, too. Like, no, of course, nobody expected anything like that to happen, but just the fact that, on stage, too, I mean, I hate when people sometimes they be like, well, the silver lining in this, maybe, he died doing what he loved. He died on stage.
He didn't want to die.
He didn't want to die at all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to his family. Rest in peace to his family. Prayers out to his family. Man, that was tragic.
I always think when I hear his songs, I always think about "You Got Served." So like he has that childhood effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that nostalgia.
Yeah, that's the first thing I think of too.
Mm-hmm. Mariah, she had a rough week too. Her mom and her sister ended up passing away on the same day. That's crazy.
Mariah Carey, thoughts out to you and your family as well. That's terrible. You never want to lose a mom or a sister, but to lose them both on the same day is more than a nightmare. It's like, my God, like that's terrible. Like again, that was something so crazy that like you could never write that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guess that. Like, so thoughts out to you.
All right, so we got some new music. Another one from ASAP Rocky. He dropped Taylor Swift.
Hey,
I like it.
I like it too.
Sound pretty cool. The swaggy rap. Wish he had been doing this the whole time.
Yeah, man. I think when he gets sentenced.
I don't know if he's gone to court yet, but
okay.
I know it's coming up soon.
I guess he's saying, well, one at a time. Let him drop.
Yeah.
Let him joints fly.
So I guess he's just gonna drop music till he got to deal with his court date. But yeah, he out on bond right now. So we had another new song from Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga called Die with a Smile.
What you think?
It was pretty cool. Bruno, he's a pretty good artist. And, Lady Gaga, she has her moments. So it was a cool collaboration.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the title, though. Die with a Smile. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's the same dude. What do you say? I'll catch a grenade for you and all that?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hanging out with him, man. Nah, dog.
All right, so we had some videos dropped this week, but not in the way that we would like. We had some arrest videos dropped this week.
Oh, man.
One with Danny Lay. So she was out in Miami. She ended up accidentally hitting somebody that was on a scooter. She was driving fast. They actually went out during the green light, and that's why. But the thing is, she was drunk, and she said she didn't see him. She didn't stop or nothing.
Yeah, it's just a bad situation all the way around. You drunk and you hit somebody. I mean, that's never a good situation. And I think it was a kid, too. Well, under 18. So
yeah,
he
was like 17.
Yeah, that's terrible all the way around.
He ended up having to get surgery, I think on his kidney and his spine.
Yeah, I think even though it was his fault, the fact that she was drunk, that just kind of throw everything else out the window now.
Yep.
So.
And Trippie Redd, he ended up getting, he didn't get arrested. His brother got arrested, and they had been hotboxing in their car. But Trippie was driving without a license. I guess he never had a license. This has also happened down in Florida, so.
Stay out of Florida.
Yeah, Florida got it in for the rappers and singers, I guess.
There's a couple places that I can think of. It's always seemed like somebody's getting in trouble. It's either Florida or Chicago. It seemed like. Yikes.
So this week, T.I., he dropped his top 50 artist list. I actually got to go try and look that up real fast.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see when people drop lists sometimes. Not everybody, because, some people, we go and look at those lists and they be like, who wrote this? At least give me somebody credible. Give me somebody who, respectable enough to be like, okay, I could respect that list. So to hear a T.I. list, yeah, that's cool. I'm interested in that.
So number one, he has Pac. 2 Jay Z. 3 Biggie. 4 Snoop. 5 Kanye. 6 Drake. 7 Eminem. 8 Nas. 9 DMX. 10 Lil Wayne. 11 was himself.
Hey, he should have put a Dylon. T.I. Dylon.
Then after him, he put Ice Cube, Andre 3000, 50 Cent, and then Lauryn Hill was 15.
Dang. I don't know. I would have put Lauryn Hill over him. I would have put 50 Cent over him.
I would put Andre over him.
I'll put Andre over him. I'll put Ice Cube over him.
So he's at 15 on his own list. But he put himself over Rakim. He put himself over Kendrick. Come on, man. Be serious. He put himself over Method Man.
Oh.
He put himself over Scarface. Let's see.
Telling me to be serious. Tell him to be serious.
He put himself over Big Boy.
Oh, man.
Put himself over Bun B. Put himself over Ghostface. Raekwon. Redman. Twister.
Yeah.
Big Pun. All right. Okay, cool.
It's like I give him some of those because you gotta, as an artist, you gotta have that confidence in yourself and you think you better than a lot of people. But some of these names, it's just like, come on, dog. Come on.
Put himself over Fabulous.
Come on, dog.
All right. I mean, T.I. is a great artist, but he's like top 20.
You know what? Okay, here we go. The last one you said, Fabulous. There's no way I think T.I. is a better rapper than Fabulous.
Right.
As far as bars. But one thing that T.I. has over Fabulous is hit songs. So I give him that in that aspect.
Does he, though?
Yeah, I think he got more hits than Fabulous.
Because he's kind of like one of those silent platinum rappers.
Yeah.
Like, no, he wasn't, like, big, but, like, if you go
He's a ghetto superstar.
If you go platinum, like, 30 times versus, like, you drop a single and it goes platinum, like, each one goes platinum 10 times, but y'all both reach 30. Is it really?
That's a good point. I don't know. I feel like T.I. is a bit more mainstream.
Because T.I.'s had some flops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's
we're
true.
not going to act like every single song T.I. dropped was, like,
that's true.
some massive meteor.
That is true.
There's sometimes we've been like, yo, what the hell is this?
You mean to tell me you can have whatever you like is not the best song ever?
I know it was one of the most annoying songs that year. But
Yeah.
then, like, he made it out to us with Swagger Like Us first.
Yeah, true.
And that's what I mean about T.I.
Okay, that's a fair point. I give you that. That's a fair point.
All right. So, another arrest we had, Lil Baby. We don't have a video yet, but he got arrested in Vegas for having a gun.
Yeah, he just needs to stay out of trouble. I mean, he's got to stay clear of it, dog. Like, sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes, maybe trouble finds certain people, but I feel like you got to welcome it in for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get to a certain status, like, for example, let's just say 50 Cent. We never heard of 50 Cent having gun charges since he became a rapper or whatever, but we always know he got a gun, right? I mean, he got security handling that. He don't need to be out there trying to prove he's tough.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I feel like at a point, man, you got to just let security handle it. If you got to up the security, maybe you need 3 or 4 guys to follow you around.
I heard some audio or something where on that when Lil Baby was like, I pay you $200,000 a year or something like that. He's talking about security, I thought. So I'm like, dog, you paying them. Why you got the gun?
Right.
Like, that makes no sense at all.
I would just let security handle it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if I got to go somewhere, you got to come with me.
Yep.
Don't matter. I want to go to the gas station, get ice cream. You got to come.
Facts.
All right, Ice Spice, she was showing some pictures of in the gym because she wanted people to know she's not on Ozempic.
Well, what's the verdict?
To me, I never thought that. Like, she didn't look like she's on Ozempic. Some of the people that are on it, they look kind of sick after they've been on it. She just looked like she's been working out and losing weight.
Yeah, man. People just got to get back to the old school way of just losing weight. Like, just work out.
Yeah, I think that's better, right? Because we always hear some nonsense like years later, like when people used to use hydroxycut and then they found out it like makes your heart rate go like crazy and people were having heart attacks.
Yeah, it might not hit you today or tomorrow,
Yeah.
but it's gonna get you.
And Ozempics for like people with diabetes. So
Yeah, nah, I ain't taking nothing I ain't supposed to be taking.
yeah.
You need some energy, get some vitamins, go out there, exercise.
Go run in the park. Look at the trees. Look at the birds. All right, Fat Joe, he got the key to the city up in New York.
Joey Crack. Hey, that's a shout out to him. I feel like you know, what does the key to the city mean these days?
Right, so it just means that you bring value to the city mostly, and I guess being a rapper brings value to the city.
Yeah, Crack been around for a long time. Kind of now that I
Since the
think about
90s,
it, yeah, I think about it now. I'm like, dang, maybe you should have got it a little bit sooner. What you think? Right on time or you?
I think it's right on time
Yeah.
because I don't see was he gonna get key to the city for dropping lean back? Like,
Yeah, I mean, he had a podcast.
yeah,
He I don't know. Maybe he do some stuff in the city we don't know about.
that's what I was thinking. He
I'm
probably
thinking-
does things behind the scenes that we don't know.
Yeah, maybe he do some charity work and stuff like that. So
But I mean, shout out to him. I'm always happy to see one of ours get the key.
I'd give him the key to the city based off of influence.
Hmm.
Like he's had a major influence, and he's a figure. He's a New York City figure. You think about up top rappers who had influence over the years. Crack is one of them.
Yeah. So congratulations, Joey. That's for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next one. Did you know that black people are colonizers? According to some people, come on, man, be serious.
I am.
According to some people out in Palestine, they have some things to say about it, so I'm going to play it for you guys.
Every race in America has oppressed us. Black people also wear a uniform and get on a plane and come to our countries and kill us. You vote the same melanated people to government that sign papers to kill us. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it. You are our colonizers.
Because you are all complicit. I don't know. I'm Iraqi. I came to America 6 years ago solely for just education because that's the least y'all could do to, I don't know, give me some sort of compensation for displacing my family. But that the government coerces you to join the military. So basically, you guys join the military to kill my people, displace our people.
Crazy, right?
Well then, want to talk about displacement, huh? Think we know all about that.
It's like I think people who, if they're not from here, like they don't see what's going on. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. So they don't see like what black people really do go through day in and day out dealing with this country. Period.
Yeah, it's it's one of those situations where at first, as soon as I heard it, I was just like, "What?" It's like some people, they just ignorant. They just ignorant. The first thing and the other thing that came to my mind is two things. One is when the whole LGBTQ, I don't know, what I'm trying to say.
The alphabet people.
The alphabet people, when it was a big thing when they were like, okay, their rights are becoming more important. Like that push for their equal rights is more important than black people's rights, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were saying that. Now it's like you got that to the side, you got migrant lives and rights and all these different things, and then you got all the stuff that's going on with migrants coming over and terrorizing people and just going crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now to hear migrants saying that black people are colonizers.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was saying. If you're not really sure what's going on, then you're gonna think whatever you want to think. It's easy to like demonize people who you probably don't talk to at all.
And
But
Yeah.
And they say we vote for like the lesser of two evils or something like that. Like, kind of think about that. Why do we have to do that?
Yeah. I feel like you know how they say there's a war outside. You got the again, going back to all three. Reason I say that is because it's crazy outside because you got the LGBTQT whatever people who are pro for it and who are against it. You got the people who are, you know, pro Black Lives Matters, the people who are against it. And you got the migrants, the people who are for opening the borders and people who are for against who's against it. And when you get all three opinions or all six, right? Because both sides, you got all six sides going at it, and these kind of statements come out, these kind of videos come out, right? And so I feel like what we're seeing is a clash of all of them right now.
Yeah, which I mean, it's gonna happen. I think the country's becoming more and more divided as time goes on. So we'll see how that ends. Probably bad, but hopefully we got some time.
Yeah, man. November's coming soon.
Right around the corner, winter is coming. Yeah, so speaking of migrants in Aurora, Colorado, we seen some gang members kicking in doors, demanding some rent, extra rent.
Man, listen.
So you gotta pay the landlord and pay us.
So
Double rent.
here's the question, and don't take this any wrong way, guys, but let's say the people, and before I even make this statement, there's migrants that are perfectly innocent in this and doing what they're supposed to do, and they're being negatively affected
Probably like 98% of them.
by the press of this because everybody's thinking, oh, these migrants, they're all bad. No, they're not. They're not all bad. There's a select group of people who were criminals where they came from, and they trying to do the same thing over here. And for some reason, they're being allowed to do that until somebody steps up and stops all that. So I want to say that first. But the point I want to make is what happens if the innocent migrants or the innocent Americans who are being affected by this stand up and do something, take justice into their own hands?
Some street justice.
Street justice.
Good old fashioned street justice.
I'm just saying, they come kicking in the door and you lay them down and they're not documented. Can they just clean them up and walk away? I mean, like this is, I just saying, I feel like folks at the end of the day, we got to stand up for yourself, man.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. And I agree with anybody being able to defend themselves for sure in that situation for sure too. But I don't know. I don't know how this ends. And the government seems to be kind of dragging their feet on it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because so many families being affected by this. They got to move out of where they live and all that, and just pack up and with no notice and just trying to figure out where they're gonna go. Like that's terrible. That's terrible, man.
And you know what sucks? If they're coming in to collect extra rent, what happens if something happens? If you got a leak, can you go call them? Like, yo.
Hey, man, listen.
Like, nah, I pay you guys for a reason.
Man, dog.
Go fix that kitchen sink.
Dog. They got to fix something. Something about to happen because this ain't going down like that.
Right. All right, so this was an interesting story out of Chicago. So an Uber driver, he got a 1-star rating, and then he went back, spun the block, went to the family's house, started breaking stuff.
Oh, man. Moral of the story is always give a 5-star rating to your Uber driver.
No matter how bad, right?
Especially if you get dropped off at home. But if you're not getting dropped off at home, do what you do.
Yeah.
If you're getting dropped off somewhere else, it's not where they can't trace it back to you. Hey, go for it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
People are bugging out, man. 1-star rating gets a busted window in your house and messed up car.
That's how it goes today.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, it's sad. But that's another time that I say that you need to defend yourself.
Nah, for sure.
All right. So we had another story. This was out of Houston. A man got arrested. I think his name is Shaw. We'll just go with Shaw because that's his last name.
Okay.
But he ended up deleting his sugar baby. Her name is Mona Pundy. And he ended up shooting her execution style.
Yikes.
So, yeah, little story going wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't personally have any experience with any sugar daddy, sugar baby stuff, but people who are getting in those situations, I don't think there's no good way that can end.
Yeah, like from both sides. Like even if you're not some violent sugar daddy or whatever, like what we saw here, like just you going to these other places, these girls will Cardi B you and pill you. And another guy in Brazil just died like that.
Wow.
Like they gave him some stuff in his drink, he ended up having a stroke and dying.
Yeah, some guys gotta use your judgment. Guys and girls gotta use your judgment out there a little bit better. In these situations you're getting into.
And this is the part that they don't show you. They always like glamorize this crap. It's just glorified prostitution. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just want to be called a sugar baby. You're a sugar baby prostitute. That's just really that's what it is.
Thank you.
He's a sweet prostitute. That's like, I'm sorry, ain't no other way to put it. I mean, he's not paying you because he likes you. Like he really likes you.
And it's a rough life. And she was very young. She was only like 21. So she was just really getting started at life.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like as the years go on, they trying to spice up the names, like going from prostitute. It was used to be streetwalkers and all that, prostitutes to now sugar babies. What's next? Sponsors? Like,
They already used sponsor.
you sponsored by
They used to just say stripper. All right.
pretty much.
All right. So out in Massachusetts, the kids, they're being left out. No buses to go to school because they're using it for the migrants.
Oh man,
So if you out in Massachusetts, you got to walk to school.
that's kind of crazy. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say to that one. Is that much migrants?
I think they're just, yeah, there are. But
Golly.
I guess they're just diverting the resources.
They couldn't have took the city bus. They took the kids bus. They couldn't took them.
They probably using all the city buses.
That's crazy. Take the
Well,
local
now they're
metros.
Now they're using the kids' buses.
Golly. Why don't they just pay the Uber drivers?
I mean, but like to take kids, like dealing with people's badass kids all day.
No, I'm talking about why don't they just pay? Why don't the city just pay the Uber drivers to pick up the migrants, take them somewhere?
Nah, you're going to end up missing.
Just saying. I'm just trying to think of alternative.
That's a gamble.
Yeah. At least it keeps the Uber drivers working
Yeah,
and the kids going to school.
true. That's true. I don't know. I don't got an answer. I don't got a solution for
Hey,
it.
we should be politicians, man. We should be city
Oh, for
politician
sure.
people.
I can't wait to run.
Atlanta be completely.
It's going to be flipped upside down. Let's get into some sports. All right. So, first round pick, Ricky Purcell got shot. Yeah, he got shot, and he's all right. He's stable now, but it was a robbery attempt on his life.
That's terrible, man. Yeah, you know, gotta watch your surroundings at all times. Right now, everybody's pocket watching everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody trying to get somebody out there. You gotta keep your eyes open, ears to the street, and know what's going on. It's scary out there.
Be careful. Watch the snakes because they watching you.
Facts.
Magic Johnson responds to Anthony Edwards. What do you say? I don't.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and paraphrase it. Anthony Edwards basically said nobody was nice, had skills, back in the day, in the 90s, 80s, whatever, except for Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just basically disrespected everybody else. Magic Johnson said, well, I don't respond to anyone who hasn't won a ring, whether it's the NBA, college, national championship, high school. He's like, he ain't win no rings. He ain't win no championships. So he can't really say nothing to me, dog.
Okay, so let's do a deep dive on this. Is there any legitimacy to what he's saying?
No, I think
or like what I'm asking is, are the players of, I guess, the last 20 years, let's say from 2000 to today, were they better than the players from like 99, from like 1979?
Yeah, okay. So I'll give him this. Yes, it's more skill today in certain areas, but it's a trade off. Like,
Because what I think about is like back in the '80s when like Jordan was playing, he was playing against people who were like plumbers in the off season.
yeah, I think is it's tough to say, right? Like I feel like it was tougher to play back then because now it's so easy. Like, and what I mean by that is, okay, the game ran through the post back then, right? Ran through the post out, kick in, go out, whatever. The game is different. Everybody, you can pull up. Anybody can pull up and shoot from farther distance. There's less wear and tear on your body because people ain't getting as beat up as they used to, right? So you used to can hand check. You could do a lot of different things. Now, like think about it, just simple. Allen Iverson, he was crossing people over, killing people, deleting people when when he was playing, and you could hand check, you could reach. Now you can't. You get called a foul and stuff like that, right? So I feel like the game is a lot easier now.
Mm-hmm.
So if he had to play back in that time, I think he'd still be a good player. But there was a lot of other players back then that was just as good as him now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, plenty. So
I don't agree with him either. There were very great players back then.
yeah, oh yeah.
But, I'm open to the discussion.
I feel like they more babied down, man.
Yeah, today, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of Jordan, so Jordan, I think it was in 2023, he made more money than Steph, LeBron, and KD all combined.
Yeah.
Just off of Nikes.
Just off of Nike, that's crazy because that's saying a lot. Steph, KD, and Bron.
He made like 329 million.
Yeah, let me tell you the exact. Yeah, I think that's what it was. 329.
Those three, they made 311 million.
Yeah, so in 2023, yep, you're right. Steph, KD, and Bron made 311 million combined, and Jordan made 329. That is ridiculous. He's the GOAT.
Let me hold it down.
Word.
All right. CC, Caitlin Clark. She beat her rival. She beat her bad this time, 181. And with Shaq in the house.
Yeah, man. Shaq, LSU alumni came to see Angel Reese, LSU alumni, pulled up at the game Friday. Like, let me see what's popping. And Caitlin Clark was. She was kicking their butt. She had like 30 or 31. I think it was 31. They won 100 to like 81 or something like that. 100 to 81, yeah. It's the Caitlin Clark show, bro.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark show.
And they were just ranked 2. Angel Reese was 1 and CC was 2. And I think that's gonna switch or
yeah, it's definitely gonna. The rookie of the year race is definitely Caitlin Clark's now.
Yeah.
I think she saw that ranking before the game and was like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, okay."
Went out there and beat on them girls.
She put in that work.
All right, ready for a fun topic?
Yes, sir.
Rap groups.
Uh-oh.
So we got 3. We got Dipset. We got The Lox. And we got G Unit.
I literally just listened to all 3 yesterday. G Unit.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I think they're the most successful one. But there's things that each one of them had. Like, G Unit was all around just most successful from the people they had. I think they had some of the best lyricists. Well, maybe, kind of, sort of. Some of them. But I think Dipset was, like, the most influential on culture, as in, like, how people act and dress and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, The Lox is just a great group because they stay together. They're the only group that stay together in hip-hop. Them and Wu-Tang is, like, it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you 100%. I think the momentum and the, like, differentness of they brought something different with G Unit. Like, they had influence, but they more so, like, brought something different, and they were most successful, like you said. The influence of the overall influence, Dipset was, like, everybody was trying to be like Dipset. Everybody was trying to dress like Dipset. And far as with the Lox, they were just, like, really good street rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could relate to what they were saying a lot.
And they blend well. Like, they weren't just, like, thrown together like the other groups. I don't think that. Well, some of Dipset was thrown together. G Unit was definitely just thrown together.
Yeah.
But the Locks, they actually, you can tell they grew up together.
Yeah, no, for sure. And okay, so let's take it one step further. Notice not the questions, but let's take it one step further. Clear leader of each group: 50 Cent, Jadakiss, Cameron. Right? Or no?
Yeah, I agree.
Who's the better artist out of those three?
Um, best artist, maybe 50, but it's not by much over the other two.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's hard to even distinguish because they were all so good in their own way that it's like it's hard to tell. But I just know 50 had the most success out of them, so that's why I'm going with him.
Yeah, 50 definitely had the most success out of all three of them. But they all still around. That's the crazy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of situations, you don't see that. A lot of times they be like, "Oh yeah, remember so and so."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to love those songs.
Like, where are they now?
Yeah, they all three of them still getting money.
But they had a lot of people drop out their groups, like Olivia and
Game,
Unit, J Hood and the Locks, and like kind of like half a Dipset.
yeah, they went through their ups and downs, but overall, they still sticking together.
Sure. Yeah, so that's dope. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. If you made it to the end, we want to thank you. You want to see more music critiques and blogs, check out my channel. Want to see more blogs and music, check out Slyce's channel. I'm Canary Valens.
Slyce.
Peace.